you know, I put that on today, man. Come on. Had to drop the tank top, man. Get a new fit. You already know, blacked out, man. You know about that. Enjoy it, man. This is the last time you're gonna see me with a shirt on. I'm going to some Tampa entrepreneur event. Unfortunately, you cannot wear a tank top or a hat. I haven't gone out seriously without wearing a hat, I think, since high school. I gotta go get a haircut. I knew it was gonna happen. I think everybody knew. You know, I think I just took as much of an advantage as possible from it. I'm gonna show you exactly how in the future you can do the same thing with any sort of current event, and even Trump, you know, continuing. I think this is gonna continue for a while. Give yourself the opportunity to do something like this, because when you have an idea, when you have an advantage like this, it's so easy to apply it to the live chart, and you just make so much money. Please subscribe, bro. I'm really begging you so much. Please just click subscribe. When price action looks like this, here's exactly what to do to make thousands of dollars clicking buttons on your screen. This is the hourly on ES right now. What the dude, come on. This has been the best trading I've ever done. I honestly can say that. I've been on a streak the last couple days. Since Trump got elected, this is the whole point of the video. It's been so easy to make money from it. And you may think, oh, it's over. I don't think so. I think this is going to continue for a little bit. We had FOMC come out today and it changed nothing. We ended up breaking through all-time highs, just never stopping. I honestly don't even want to know what to say anymore. Off topic thing, but since I do trade supply and demand, you guys know that. That's why I have all these zones on my screen. Since we broke all-time highs, I had to completely throw that out the window. And I told you guys I was going to keep scalping. You guys know my old scalping strategy when the opportunity came up, and I had to do it today because you imagine, you know, I didn't have any supply zones to trade off of because we're at all-time highs. So, you know, it's so great to have multiple ideas and multiple strategies. You may, you know, only really stick to one, but, you know, on days where I have the opportunity to do something else and that's the only thing I can do, I did it and I fucking went insane. Can't be a one-trick pony, bro, because again, this thing's gonna move how it wants to. But I mean, look on the daily time frame, man. This is crazy. I made about $6,000 live today. On top of passing 6 more Apex accounts, this puts me at 12 now. I can't stress this enough. When there is a current event that has clear market tendencies, you need to take advantage of it. Think about how much I've built my net worth off of one single event. This is the rare opportunity where market makers really don't know what's going to happen until it actually happens, giving retail, me and you, an opportunity to also catch the move. The election was about 50-50 till about, you know, 12 hours before election day, and still during election day, majority of the time it was still 50-50. Trump ended up taking the lead towards midnight. This is all because Trump got elected. I think we would have saw complete opposite if Kamala got elected. Base it off 2 things. The stock market favors Republican presidents. The last Trump cycle was insane. I've said this in my TikToks and my previous video. The next 4 years are going to be crazy times for traders. I plan on retiring from trading in 4 years. If this is a quarter of the last Trump cycle, we have an opportunity to change our entire lives this cycle. Trump is a businessman. Trump has a public stock. I'm so excited for the future. My mentorship is literally $50 right now. The code expires Sunday. Please do not miss this opportunity. I can make you $50 like this. I talked about this in my TikTok I posted today. This is a great example of what I'm going to talk about today, just on a way more in-depth scale. Instead of me buying at these levels, I wait for a retracement here, limiting risk, enhancing reward. Ideology, very, very simple. Because remember, ICT, SMT, SMC, SMD, suck my dick, doesn't work correctly when there is outside factors of the market influencing price, aka Trump is elected, market goes boom. My fair value gap does not have control right now. In this scenario, you really have to rely on past experiences. That's why some people may have problems doing this. For me, I've always traded price action. It's very easy for me to read price action. But number one thing you have to look at is today, on days like this, you have to play longs. There's no scenario where I looked for shorts, except for before market opened up. But again, in hindsight, we're going to go over that. You need to play with the trend. You are just a little fish trying to get a ride to the next stop. Get the money, get out. Who cares? Look at the last 2 days. Every red candle followed up with a buyback. Every single time we had some sort of a dip, bought back dip, bought back dip, bought back dip, bought back dip. These wicks don't even get to survive. Now, how do I know that? Before it actually happens, I'm gonna break down quick price action to actually find entries. Again, these are trades I actually took. This is not bullshit. These are real examples of what I did today to make me a lot of money. The first trade we took today, ironically, was a perfect scenario to inverse myself. This would have been a great area to buy off of. Problem here, looking back at this was a previous high. This was a great area to buy. Unfortunately, you know, I kind of got cocky. I thought that, okay, yesterday we had a super big pump. We actually came back down slightly right before market opened up. I like to take trades right before market opens up. You know, in my eyes, it's a great scenario for market makers, for big fish to actually predict the move prior to market open because, you know, at 9:30 market goes crazy. I ended up going in for shorts. I just thought we were going to see some sellers come in. Ironically, it was a manipulation candle for buyers to actually take control. Again, the market went crazy today, but in hindsight, I didn't know that before. But watch how quickly I flipped bias. So instantly we bought back off this low. I ended up getting stopped out, and boom, right away, market opens up. I already know what I'm doing. I'm looking for longs. I understand that this is going to continue. I understand that this is an opportunity for me to just, again, ride along with the big man. I was trading 1 minute majority of the day today. I'm going to go through every single example of an opportunity. Right off the bat, this is a great opportunity to get into a trade, and this is something I probably would have taken if I didn't take this trade. You got to think, I literally got stopped out of this the candle of, so the next candle actually coming down. This would have been a perfect entry for longs right here. A simple setup would have been just going for an entry at the close. I love to wait for closes, and that's the thing I really want to work on today. I set up this zone, so realistically, I would probably play it down to this zone, but you could just end up playing it off this wick. You're looking for these wicks. That's all you're looking for. So we are looking for a breakout, which is what we got. We got a breakout to the upside, confirming longs are the side right now. Then imagine this. This candle represents what? It represents that price opened up here, obviously, sold all the way down to here, and then buyers completely swept it, closing back at a new high. That is such a bullish candle. I'll say it again, just because a candle is red or green does not mean it's actually bullish or bearish in this case. This candle is extremely bullish, yet it's red. This is where being able to read price action really gives yourself an upper hand. And what do you know? I mean, you literally could have held this all day for fucking 500 points. But this was an even better setup. This would have been a great entry if I didn't take a trade just right before. Price ends up buying off of that, coming back down, and this was another perfect entry for us. 99% of the time, I'm waiting for a candle close to get into a trade just so I can confirm myself that this actually held an area. What do we see here? So we now see that we went ahead and confirmed buyers in this area. Price came back down. We obviously came up. Price comes back down once again, rejecting off of this, buying back up and closing above our EMA, which is really nice. I love to play with EMAs on the trend. This is the 8 EMA. If you really want to use that, that's the only one I use. So not only did we confirm buyers at a new low, buying into this previous area where buyers were, buyers continued to sweep it up again, making a new low because our low was previously here, and then buying back up and closing above my EMA. I take that trade every single time. SL at the bottom of this wick. I really could have played this down to here, but you know, we never even had to worry about that because I'm the best trader ever. Ended up just closing this out for 26. You got to remember, these are all-time highs. We're trading at all-time highs. You know, there's no scenario where we have a certain level or somewhere we want to exit. I was just watching Hekinashi at this time, and if you guys don't know what Hekinashi is, I'll make a video about that eventually, but I like looking at Hekinashis on a secondary chart just to give myself kind of an idea what side I really should be on. Hekinashi ended up flipping here, but it actually ended up continuing to buy back. But, you know, we got off for 26 points. Super good trade. Pretty much made back our losses right there. We took a trade. We had a belief that this was going to go down. We got stopped out of the trade, saw momentum coming to the upside, instantly flipped our bias. You know, that's how you have to trade when you're scalping like this. Okay, I just played the wrong side. I messed up. I need to play with the trend now. And that's exactly what we did. Price ends up climbing even past our TP, ends up coming back down. We're now building a new low again in this area. What gave me confidence, because you can kind of see, if you guys understand bear flags, this really does look like a bear flag, but it gets to the point sometimes when you have bear flags like this, they will start to overextend. They will go too sideways for too long, and then you'll end up giving an opportunity to the opposite side to buy off of it. In this case, confirm 2 buys off this low, which I didn't get into the trade just then because, again, this is still sort of a bearish move. Waited for the breakout back to the upside, confirming. Then we had a close come down to here. Understand this. We had the breakout to the upside. Then we had selling, but understand again, not every red candle is specifically bearish. In this case, for me, I like to see a small pullback after a big move like that. It's just natural. Price will come back down on a candle that is just a pretty much clear candle, no wicks, anything. Price comes back down. We do see sellers. It's not a lot though. You're seeing a small red candle, which is totally fine. I didn't get in right there because I wanted to confirm buyers holding this up, and that's exactly what we got on the next candle where I got into this trade. Now we see this come back into the EMA, buyers holding this up. That's all I wanted to see. We ended up getting in at the candle close right here. SL was at this low. You guys understand why. That was the last low we made. And we ended up holding this again till Hekinashi flipped, and it ended up flipping on this candle right here. We closed it out for 25 points. So now this puts us up almost 30 points on the day. Once again, same exact thing happened. Price comes continuously over RTP, comes back down. Understand, what did I just say? Just because candles are red does not mean they are bearish. This candle right here gives me a pretty bullish sentiment. Okay, because you have to really think about this outside of the chart. We just had sellers come in, but they are not in control. Look at how weak this candle looks right here. We had a big sell-off right here. Buyers brought it right back up. Comes back down again. This next candle, look at that little baby. Size matters, unfortunately, for me. Then all I wanted to see here, because now this is somewhat of a bullish setup. You have to remember, just because candles are red does not mean I'm like the boom guy. You have to look when sellers are not in control, but they are present. That gives buyers an opportunity to sweep that high. We had somewhat of a bull flag being formed. That's not why I took this trade, but it's obviously looking like some bullish consolidation really gives us a benefit. Once again, just like this candle right here that we got into, I like to see just buyers holding an area. If we buy up and then I just see buyers confirming holding a area, gives me confidence that they can probably continue this up. They would have taken profit up here. They would have taken profit here. No, but buyers are still holding this up. They're filling those orders continuously. And that's exactly what we got right here. Buyers are holding every sell that these people are putting into the market. They are just taking them over and over again. Sellers are getting exhausted. You guys can see first candle, huge. Second candle, big. Third candle, smaller. Fourth candle, small. And it also flipped trend. And Hekinashi flipped right here. I knew right away, boom, let's get in for another TP. I originally targeted this high, would have been the ideal exit. But my SL had to be at this previous low, and I just went for a 1-to-1 here. So we caught about 13 points on this, putting us up around 40 points on the day. This was all the stuff I did in my VC, so I called out all these trades. You know, I trade live in my VC every morning in Discord. You can see these are the 2 trades I actually alerted. You know, some of my trades I don't alert in my Discord off my channel. You know, I'm in the live VC, so I'll just call them out in the VC, because when I'm scalping like today, it's really hard for me to give out alerts because, you know, the trades are 1-2 minutes long. This was our morning trade where we took shorts, we got stopped out. This was the next trade we're going to talk about was an eval trade. So sometimes if I'm already up, if I trade in the VC and I'm already up on the day, you know, I'll continue to trade, but I really like to advise people trade on their eval. Please do not, you know, continue to play with profits. And that's exactly what I did. So I gave these guys the alert because this was after VC and this was before VC. I gave them, hey, this is an eval trade. You know, if you're trading on an eval, go ahead and take this trade. Don't use real money. If you're up on the day, don't take. You know, I try to be very transparent with you guys. At this point, I actually flipped time frame, so I'm now on the 3-minute time frame. But what we were looking for here, again, same thing we were looking for all day. Big breakout. We're looking for that pullback like I was talking about in that TikTok. Gives ourselves a better entry, a smaller stop loss, and a bigger TP. And this is exactly what we got. This one's pretty choppy, but it did play out. We caught 40 points on this. What were we talking about before? Big buy up. And then we're seeing sellers come in, but there's nothing clear here. There's nothing that shows sellers are dominant. That's what we really want to look for. Sellers are weak in this area. We're seeing a lot of wicks. We're seeing a lot of gross chop. We ended up getting into this trade after we saw our first green candle close, after this kind of fall back. Number one thing I really liked about this trade was just, you know, we were obviously showing buying off this EMA. This kind of gives me a sort of bull flag ideology where we're kind of seeing that consolidation to then move up. And that's exactly what we got out of it. But you see, once we got into the trade, it got pretty choppy. SL was at this previous low, and I'm very happy with the outcomes of this trade. We ended up playing out again, but just understand this one more time. Big buy up, consolidation, breakout. Just how I was talking about in the TikTok, give you guys a better example of looking at the actual chart. You want to see that consolidation, what we're looking at right now, that's this part. You want to see that consolidation, those sells being weak. You guys, and I hope I'm not just talking out of my ass right now. You guys can clearly see that the sellers following up to my entry do not look strong at all. Look at how big the gray candles are versus how small the red candles are. I'm just putting my money in the best spot for it to continue up because remember, trend is bullish, Trump's back, everybody's looking to get into longs. We're kind of sitting back, waiting for the entry. Get in, take a good trade, be confident, take it, get out. At that point, I took a break from trading. I did continue to trade in the afternoon though, but one more time, this is another great opportunity to take a trade. We have the buyback, continues to sell off. We see some big selling coming in, but we'll look right away, right as we break through that EMA, buys come right back up and close above. This gives me hard. Imagine this following candle. Price comes all the way down, buys back, closes back above this EMA. I'm in that trade 100% of the time. Entering at this close, SL at the bottom of this wick, going pretty much 1-to-1 or even targeting this previous high right here. I'm taking that trade every single time of the day. But hope you guys understand. It gets to the point where if I'm already up so much, I stop trading. You know, I'd really influence you guys to do that as well. But at this point, I flipped to my evals. We took some more trades. We caused some dubs. I took a TP on this. I took a TP on this. I took some more trades, but I don't have them up. But look, big takeaway here. Please wait for a current event, and this is going to continue. This Trump rally, you know, this is going to be the next 4 years. It's not going to be this clean, but we're going to see, I think, a lot of buying over the next couple months. You know, price action intraday, I think, is going to be really good. set up a trend, set up a bias for the day. Obviously, with this coming into it, very bullish. So right away, if the trend is bullish, what do I take a trade on? 3, 2, 1, longs. Okay. So at that point, now we're looking for retests. We're looking for boom. We're looking for these. We're looking for boom, 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 big boom. We're looking for these. We're looking for these. And we are just do this continuously all day until it flips, and it didn't flip. You guys see this is still looking super bullish. This is looking like right now, I bet you if you look on the 1 minute right now, we're seeing sort of consolidation. This looks like it wants to just jump another leg up, man. Usually when you see pennant like this form, this can really go both ways, but oh, there goes my camera. I think this can continue up. But please, if you aren't subscribed, consider it, please, maybe. Comment any ideas you have for videos. Comment anything you want to see. Comment if I'm making good videos. Please, man, I'm really trying to consistently upload, give you guys as much information as possibly can. I don't cap. I'll be as real as possible. I love you guys to death. I hope you guys understand how much, I care about you guys getting better at trading. Just trying to give you all the information I have because I'm maybe 20, but I have the fucking brain of a 45-year-old office trader at this point. I want to kill myself. But yeah, man, I love you guys. We'll see what happens tomorrow.